Man, I'm kind of bad because usually I'm like most is 3 weeks out.
Yeah.
Before somebody calls me up, they're like, hey, like there's a competition like this weekend. Do you want to do it? Sure, I'll do it. I think the most preparation that I've done for a CrossFit, actually it wasn't even a CrossFit competition. It was a weightlifting competition for Olympic lifting. And it was just a snatch and clean and jerk. And I was able to call up one of my coaches who helped me get my weightlifting cert, Coach B, and told him that I was going in my first Olympic lifting meet. And so he gave me what to do 3 weeks out. And that was actually pretty hard for me because the last week you rest, and it's really hard for me to just rest. I like to go hard, move, getting excited. For me, I guess that's an Olympic lifting, and so it was very like percentage work and footwork and whatnot. And when it comes to CrossFit, the best thing that I have found, what I do, is I tend to tune in or focus onto my weaknesses, something that I might find or think will pop up. So for me, it's a lot of strict gymnastics work. So strict handstand push-ups or pull-ups or ring muscle ups. So I'll start to kind of dial in on those and try to make sure I'm doing the best that I can for those. So that's what I end up usually doing for CrossFit workouts if I have longer than a week to prep for the competition. Yeah. So me, I've been training every day pretty much since we started CrossFit. So that was about 3 years ago, I believe, our first day, and kicked our trash, loved it. And it was new and exciting and was learning new things, and I just never stopped. I really started up my training probably a year ago, and now I spend roughly 2 hours in the gym every day, working on some gymnastics, some strength, and then a Metcon, metabolic conditioning is what it stands for. So usually the WODs, or the workout of the day that people usually know CrossFit as. Anywhere from a 6-minute AMRAP to a 30-minute AMRAP to 20 rounds for time, and so on and so forth. And then usually I'll end up doing some type of weakness work as well. So for me, it would be gymnastics, like the strict work, or something along those lines. Maybe flexibility, that's also something that I work on, so tuning in on that. So roughly about 2 hours is what I've been doing almost every day since we started CrossFit. And then I do take Sundays off, though. Yeah.
Like a recent thing.
It's actually been kind of a recent thing. I've always been in sports. So when I was little, I was always in a sports team, whether it was soccer, basketball, badminton, track and field, volleyball, you name it, I was trying it, I was doing it, and I loved the games, I loved the tournaments. And then you graduate, and I had an opportunity to play some college volleyball, but ended up trying not playing sports for a while and just kind of did my own thing. It was really fun. And then CrossFit came along and got this feeling back and loved it within each class. It was like the competition parts that I loved, and then found out that there were actual competitions and loved it. It was so much fun. I think our first one, I was with Tom. It was like a couples, it was a team series, so 2 boys, 2 girls, and it was so much fun. I loved it. And since then, I've always been trying to keep an eye open for them, and luckily here in Oahu, there's an awesome CrossFit community, and people reach out to others and want to work out with them, and it's been super fun. So anytime there's an opportunity, I'll definitely hop on it. My favorite movement would probably be the clean. I love the clean. You just feel so bad, like when you get the heavy weight and you just throw it up. I just love it. That one, oh man, I just like them all. When I first started CrossFit, I couldn't do a pull-up, not a single one. And so now Like doing pull-ups is really cool, or chest to bars. But I'd have to say probably the cleans are my favorite movement. Yeah. Ring muscle-ups. Ring muscle-ups are the ones I struggle with. I don't know why. They're just in my head. It's not that I'm not strong enough or anything like that. But I'm working on it. I'm getting better. I'm getting better. I think it's very important that we keep updated because obviously it's still developing, not only just CrossFit, but the fitness industry in general. And so I think it's very important to keep up on it. And Tom does an amazing job. He's always sending us coaches articles. Hey, like read these articles, let me know what you think. Usually it'll end up being some type of a theme. Maybe pregnant ladies are coming into our gym and they're like, hey, like I'm pregnant, what do you think about this? And we're like, oh, we just read this and this and this about it. And then I also graduated in EXS, and so I read lots of articles, and I think it's very important to keep reading them, and they're always coming out with more. CrossFit's been amazing because they keep it real and they are always coming out with new stuff. I love it, so we always read it. I've got lots of goals. Lots of goals. Right now, I think my biggest goal, I'll start with that, my biggest goal would be to make regionals. I really do think that I could make it. There's some things that are holding me back that I've been working on the last few months, I believe. But that's a big goal right now. And then I would love to get top 5 in Hawaii this year. I think I was 14th or 12th last year in Hawaii. So big goals there. And then when it comes to weightlifting, those movements, definitely have those goals. I've got those numbers and they've usually changed because I end up hitting them. So I get really excited about that. But right now, probably my snatch. I would love to snatch 200 and I know it's there. It's just my finesse. That's all it is. So I'm working on that. Other than that, just like the checkpoints that get you to regional level, kind of whatnot. Yeah.